Hey y'all, so welcome to Pop Rose. We have a lot of dragging to do this episode. A lot of dragging. So y'all seen Twitter and we have a lot of people in the docket, but let's start with something, some good news. R. Kelly has been sentenced to 30 years in prison. Prison.
Not jail.
Prison. And like I said on my Instagram, I was like, I don't see nothing wrong with a little prison time. Right, exactly.
It's a hit. It's a hit. It's a hit. Now I was gonna do slam in the name of love, lock in the name of love,
show
these are the way of love. Step, side to side, drop that soap, poke the bus. That's how you do the love step.
Yes. It's really nice to see that, the victims got some sense of justice, like women of color, they're always left, in the dust when it comes to these offenders, especially in Black culture.
And I would like to say, I will re-record R. Kelly's music so that we can dance to it again. You'd be like, a sissy re-recorded that. We can still step and shimmy in the name of love to my vocals.
And also, not only does he have this 30-year sentence, he's also facing federal time in 2 other states. I think we can rest assured that he'll be in jail for the rest of his life.
And he'll be staying out of McDonald's playpens.
Yes.
That's probably why they took that crap out of there. You used to be able to take your kid to McDonald's if you didn't have Discovery Zone or Chuck E. Cheese money. He messed that up for you. He messed that up for you.
He called himself the Pied Piper.
For real.
We're gonna move on because we have a lot of dragging to do. First on the docket is Miss Kimberly Elise.
Oh, that's why we ain't seen you in no movies. That's why we ain't seen you in shit since For Colored Girls When the Rainbow Is Not Enough. But who knew you were driving them into those dark colors?
So on her Instagram, she was celebrating the US Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade.
She should be celebrating the fact that she looks more like Baby Bop than Tariq from Power. We have a little something in this country called separation of church and state, where whatever your religious beliefs are, that's fine. Don't thrust them on anybody else.
I think she just thrusted her acting career in the trash.
It had been in the trash. An incredible actress, but a piece of shit human being. You are rooting for women who are so young and abused to have to carry that pregnancy to term. So not only are you forcing on them mental scars, but in a lot of cases, you are forcing women who are not fully developed to still carry a child to term, robbing them of the chance to have children in the future and also possibly their lives, not to mention a myriad of health problems in between. But you know what? Go on, Kimberly. Jesus wants that. Jesus wants those incest babies. Jesus does. Yes.
I do see the Baby Bop resemblance, though.
I never said that about her because I was trying to let her live. But since she won't let other women live, I will feel free to speak on it. Like Candy's cheap makeup. Candy Burris, you look like every time you come on screen, somebody took a wax crayon to your face like they was oil painting. You remember that from art class. You remember.
I'm just very disappointed, that's all.
I'm not disappointed, I'm disgusted. And the fact that she felt free to open her beak. When you haven't been in a movie in 5, you see, God don't like ugly. For any woman that would cut down another woman, not let her make her choices according to how she has a relationship with Jesus, or if she even acknowledges Jesus, because you don't have to, that's your choice. If you are a Muslim, if you are a Buddhist, if you are a Wiccan, if you are one, it's not our business, and 2, it's not our choice.
Yep, she is definitely a fool, and we're gonna go on to the next fool. Lil Duval and his homophobic comments.
Oh, thank God. At least that's something we can laugh about. At least, the thing is, the joke's on him because all we're laughing at is God's goblin.
He is a deformed lawn gnome that continuously goes to the lowest common denominator of humor from his big ass mouth. That is the biggest part of him, his mouth. All he's missing is one of those little bitty hats you see on those lawn gnomes. Remember David and the Gnomes?
Wait, hold on. Look around you. Look at everything you see that some would say could never be. These things I know, they're true and I will tell you so. My grandmother loved me to sing the David the Gnome theme song. That's why I know it. Oh my God, shout out Grandmom. I love you, I miss you. And I really hope you have some some blueberry pie waiting for me when I get to heaven because this planet about to blow up in 15. So get it warm, hun, get it warm.
Only you would know that song. I can't even remember how it goes.
I remember, she would get teary when I would sing that.
But back to roasting this ugly N-word. So you watch P-Valley, and apparently there were 2 gay sex scenes.
Girl, okay. That scene between Lil Murder and his bodyguard, Patrick Ian Polk, came back from, God, what was the show? I can't even call the name because that's
Noah's Ark.
Yes. Noah's Ark walked so P-Valley could fly because, baby, one, I am low-key in love with the bodyguard. Whether he is straight, gay, whatever, I want to be his friend. He is an incredible actor. He is amazingly beautiful, and he just has a great spirit. But that was one of the hottest male scenes I've ever seen. I don't think Lil Murder that cute. I like him as an actor, but maybe it's just the role that he plays that just doesn't pull me in. Physically, yes, but the role, no. But the bodyguard, that role, oh my God, I fell in love with because he's a little bit crazy, but super protective. Kind of like me. That pit bull syndrome, where it's I am I am the most loving person you could ever meet. I will protect you. I will make sure you're okay. But fuck with somebody I love or fuck with me on the wrong day and you will see a true nightmare.
Yes. And speaking of that sex scene, I just watched it just to see what Lil Dung Beetle was talking about. And, I was like, okay, I appreciate that this is a very realistic sex scene. They didn't cut away. You saw them reach for the condom.
It wasn't just the scene. The reason why the scene was so good, it was the build up to the scene. We had been waiting for this all season, and it didn't have to be as explicit as it was. And I mean, they were giving us Pornhub, baby. They was giving us Coco Dorms. He tooted that booty. I was like,
it wasn't that good of a, I don't think it was that good of a toot. I've seen better, let's just say that.
I suppose you would have. You and I are in different markets. You and I are attracted to different things. That also you if you would watch the whole season, you would get a lot more of how and what went down. It was great. It was great. It was realistic. And I was like, it's almost too much, but I'm peeping through my fingers.
Yeah, I appreciated the scene, but it didn't really do anything for me. I was just like, okay, I love this. No, I'm just saying, with both characters, I think they're both attractive, honestly, but I just wasn't aroused by the scene.
I would say neither one of those characters are your type. Now, the bodyguard, that is me all day, whether he is a top or a bottom. I want a crazy protective boyfriend. Like I want a boyfriend where it's like, oh, you looked at him the wrong way, and now your brains are across the street. I want that.
Well, this is what that man had to say. He said, yeah, P-Valley lost me. They need a super gay advisory on movies like they got for everything else. Because that's a lot to see if you're not used to it. He tweeted that at 9 a.m. in the morning.
In the words of Taylor Swift, and I can't believe I'm quoting her on this show. That shows you how fucked up the 2020s are. But I'm like, girl, it's 7 a.m. You need to calm down. However, on this same episode, we had a beautiful lesbian love scene between Mercedes and Farrah. And I gotta say, Farrah, girl, you are one of the most beautiful Black women I have ever seen in my entire life. If I was gonna eat pussy, Naomi Campbell is first. You probably third or fourth on the list of it will never happen. But if I did, I'd be like, well, bring her over here.
Did I tell you my Naomi Campbell story?
Wait, did you meet her?
Of course.
Oh, I'm not surprised. I mean, you met me, so.
I used to work at Hakkasan, and she came in with her gay minions or whatever, and she didn't even eat. Like, they were eating, and she just got an apple martini. She was so nice, so pleasant. You know, of course she tipped. All that was left of that martini was a cherry. There was this straight guy I worked with, and he saw that I was waiting on her. He took the cherry and ate it. I was like, how obsessed could you be?
I'm not that obsessed, but then again, I'm not surprised. This is why I'm like, I'm going to introduce you to Beyonce. And that's how it'll work. I want to be the one to do it. I want to be, Chris, I got somebody that wants to meet you. And then you're going to walk over and just pass out. But like, that's why, I mean, you met Naomi, you know, then you met me. Like, it just keeps going up from there. So Beyonce's next.
Hopefully. But yeah, I just don't understand, like, we don't need warnings for heterosex, so what is the difference?
Heterosex will go on and have nothing, like, I don't mind a moment of, okay, we're getting intimate, we're showing we're going into coitus, we're showing the progression of that relationship. Like, I kind of felt like the gay scene with them went on a little too long. It's like, all right, like, I felt like, okay, once we knew who the top and who the bottom was, I was like, okay, y'all can cut and we can get back to the plot, because I'm watching the show because now I want to see where all of this like hoodoo is going, because the shit didn't change from P-Valley to True Blood. So I'm like, okay, wait, hold on. We got a ghost over there that nobody's talking about. I'm enjoying the bussy, but can we get back to the ghost? I'm glad we now know who's the top and who's the bottom. We need to suss that out so that way ain't nobody got questions. But I feel like all sex scenes go on too long. If we want that, we will turn on Pornhub, OnlyFans, and the other myriad plethora of platforms we have for that kind of content. I felt Game of Thrones got too sexual. It's like, okay, we get it. Mm-hmm. We can move on.
I'm just tired of him having to say like just such negative shit about more disenfranchised communities than him.
I'm tired of diabetes not taking his ass out. Like, at least get a foot and shut him up. Shut him up. They took Big Mama's arm, take his mouth. Why ain't his lips gone numb? Beaties, get to your business. COVID, you had one job and you couldn't take care of it, and you know what I'm talking about. We ain't got to elaborate.
When you spoke of foots in his mouth, like, I really want Wendy Williams to just stick her swollen foot in his mouth so he can finally just shut the fuck up. Shout out to Wendy Williams. She's a story too later on. But yeah, like, he just has this habit of going after disenfranchised communities, because before that, he was talking about, you know, he had transphobic comments to say. Like, he's just so problematic. And I just know that there's so many straight Black men that think like him too. Right. We're going to get to that.
I need a wig to snitch up in this moment. If y'all know the meme If y'all know the Sex and the City meme of the Black woman taking her wig off and pointing at Samantha, that's what I'm doing right now.
I'm just saying, I really cannot stand him. I already know that he's like, what, 4'1"? Like, he's up to my shin. Like, if I saw him, I would step on him like the beetle he is.
I think you would give him more of a powerful punt, like an unimportant kickball across the playground.
I just really hate that. Like, straight Black men who are already like a minority just coming after other minorities. It annoys me so much. I'm glad Patrick Ian Polk like responded to him. Like, he quote tweeted him saying that the dick ain't going anywhere anytime soon. So you can watch something else. I guess since I brought up Wendy Williams earlier, let's talk about that crazy TMZ interview.
Now, Rocco's Modern Life. Rocco's Modern. Because whenever I think of her, I now think of her iron-like feet, as you said, from Rocco's Modern Life.
So I was excited to see that, I was excited to hear that she was doing a podcast. So I didn't see the interview. But when I pressed play on the interview, I was like, who approved this? Like, who is in her corner? This is why she wasn't on the finale of her show, because she's still not in her right mind. And I'm not sure if we can even blame her Graves' disease on this. Like, it has to be something else.
Do you mean cocaine? Cocaine.
See, I wasn't even trying for that, y'all.
Does it really take your brain, the cocaine? I saw it and felt the same cocaine. The subtle. I mean, she was always doing that with her hair, Yes, they're my wigs.
We now know what to do now, y'all. Cocaine.
Cocaine.
Oh my God. Oh, let's get to the interview. So she was talking to Harvey. I'm about to say Harvey Weinstein. She was talking to Harvey Levin. So she was talking about like podcasts. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to do podcasts. I have the money, but I'm going to do podcasts. And she was talking about her condition. She said she has about 5% feeling in her left feet amid her battle with lymphedema. I didn't think it was necessary for her. Like, I believed her when she said it. I believed her. Like, she has to wear tennis shoes now. She can't wear heels, but she needs to give us more proof for some strange reason. She lifted her foot up and showed her foot, which is like, what was like this. This picture of Wendy with her foot held up, I don't even think we should show it, but go look for it, y'all. It's really disturbing because she has that disheveled wig and then this foot that's like this big, like in front of the camera. I'm just like, why, Wendy? I hope she can get it together before she even starts a podcast.
I don't think that podcast is coming.
Me either.
Y'all will get my album before you get that podcast.
Oh, you know it. And speaking of albums, I'm not sure if I mentioned this to you in the last episode, but Pop Crave or some music Twitter, they were very petty. They said this is the 4-year anniversary of Normani saying she has the album title.
I gotta watch out because they're gonna be talking like that about me. But here's the thing. At least I come out with music and I don't charge y'all shit.
And I will vouch for you. When you say you do something, you do it. But yeah, again, I'm just holding out hope for Wendy. At least I know now how serious her foot condition is.
You know who I'm not holding out hope for?
Who?
The bitch that left her baby on that fat man's doorstep, Shitty Shepherd.
And now, a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp.
Let's talk about how we take care of our mental health. I'm gonna tell you right now, part of it is this show. That is how I preserve my peace. And there are plenty of ways for you to support your mental health and your healthy mind. And BetterHelp is one of those ways, and they can teach you even more steps to preserve your peace. I know when I joined BetterHelp after Pete's passing to help me with grief and to get the tools to move on and to recalibrate, it was very easy. I was able to find a therapist that specialized in the need that I had. I connected with them in under 24 hours, and I was on my way to better tools, better health with BetterHelp. BetterHelp is online therapy where you can choose video, phone, or even live chat only, so you never have to see anyone on camera if you're not in the mood to. It's more cost-effective than going to see a therapist yourself, and you can be placed with a therapist in less than 2 days.
And for our Pop Roast listeners, you get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/roast. That's better, HELP.com/roast. So next on the docket, I mean, this Real Housewives of Beverly Hills drama, like we need to get to Lisa Rinna.
By the way, we're saying next on the docket because we are the new Supreme Court. Since the one that they got in DC ain't doing shit, we are the Supreme Court.
And it's time to read Lisa Rinna's ass. And the Dubai girls are on her neck right now because she basically just started an international incident with her big ass mouth. So we're going to start at the beginning. Like, how did all this happen? And it happened because of racist Diana. I'm not sure if you saw the last episode of Housewives of Beverly Hills, but she showed her true colors.
I'm 38 minutes in, but when she misspelled Garcelle's name, I was here. But also, I want to know what room a disenfranchised prostitute has to judge an actual celebrity who's done something with her life without selling pussy. You little insignificant upstart bitch who sold your pussy for a green card and happened to luck up, unlike Erika Jayne. Just because a certain honky found value in your hoo-ha don't mean you ain't no better than nobody else, you rancid, insipid, indolent bitch.
Thank you for that, Rose. So this is where it began after the episode of Housewives of Beverly Hills. Garcelle was on there. Andy asked her, what did she think about what she said about Black content creators? Garcelle called her uneducated and left it at that. So then,
And can we clap it up for Garcelle? That was so kind. That was so nice. That was so anti-Crystal. Rather than going the Crystal route and saying, well, what she said was very dark. She said, you're uneducated, and moved on. She said, I'm going to let you hoist yourself by your own petard. Garcelle didn't claim racism at all. Even though it was racist, Garcelle said, I'm above that. Garcelle said, in the words of Candy Burris, I fly above, I fly above.
Diana wrote on her page, Dear Garcelle, and this time it's spelled correctly. Next time you go on national television, why don't you educate viewers on how many times I went to Haiti, your home country? Why don't you tell them how many planes full of first aid and medical supplies I sent to Haiti? Why don't you tell viewers how many millions of my dollars I have given to your country? A woman from Bosnia did that. Also, you could have mentioned all the money I have given and everything I have done.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to interrupt. Bitch, that's not your money. That man earned that money. You fucked and divorced your husband to get that $250 million.
She said a woman from Bosnia did that. Also, you could have mentioned all the money I have given and everything I have done for women's rights in Congo and other 100% Black communities. You are very familiar with all the work I have done for human rights all around the globe. P.S. Crystal is not a liar.
You see, also, I have a problem with that statement because you want to say, oh, I've given to all Black countries, but what were your husband's or your business partner's interest in those countries where you want to come in like the charity and then they come in and take all the natural resources, Ghislaine? I'm sorry, madam. Don't you come in here with that smokescreen bullshit with me. I may be many things, but I ain't stupid. You know what this reminds me of? Have you seen the movie Cruel Intentions?
Of course.
Remember Christine Baranski, Bunny Caldwell, when she told her daughter's Black violin instructor, don't hand me that racist bullshit. I gave money to Colin Powell.
Yeah, I saw that. Someone actually wrote that on Twitter. Like they posted that scene.
That's exactly what it was. Now, Christine Baranski ain't racist. She was just playing a role. She played it to the hilt, though. Played it to the hilt, but I don't think that's her and her spirit.
I was like, what does this have to do with your initial statement about Black content creators? You just dug yourself a bigger hole, you big dummy. You're basically telling her, oh, well, I did this for your people. You should be, I'm your white savior, you Black bitch. Like, what are you trying to say with this statement? She really is uneducated, and she just proved Garcelle's point by typing that shit out. She really is one and done. Just stop tweeting. Who is her publicist? So now Lisa Rinna enters the picture, and it looks like she's defending Diana, and this is what she writes. And as a fan of Lisa Rinna, I'm very disappointed because I actually like her. I always defend her. I'm like, yes, the bitch is messy, but she gives entertainment. She's not afraid to go there, and she keeps most of the women on their toes. But I'm disappointed with this, and this is what she said.
I would agree with you. I feel like Lisa Rinna is messy in a way that Kenya Moore is messy, where it's like they're messy to keep the show going. Like Marlo is messy this season. It's like, look, somebody got to be messy. Somebody got to stir the turd to keep the plot going. Lisa was messy, but it was never really hurtful. And I don't even believe it was that hurtful with Yolanda's fake ass Munchausens, but that's another story for another time. You know what, Lisa Rinna in that moment, it was just one lying white bitch recognizing another lying white bitch.
She said, we fight on our show. If we fight with Garcelle, we are all of a sudden called a racist. That's bullshit. I will not accept that. I will express myself when and how I want, and I'm not afraid of any of you hoes. She then says to end this off, and if you're just so triggered by our show, and a lot of you pussies are, go watch Dubai.
Lisa Rinna said that?
She said that and deleted it.
She said that because I'm sorry, Lisa Rinna went to the doctor to get her lips to look like mine, like a lot of white people do. I do have some of the most beautiful lips on the planet. I'm not the prettiest. God did a good job on these. Lisa tried to get these. She failed, because she ended up with scar tissue, but she tried. But she said that out of the lips that emulate Black women, she said that when you have gone to the doctors for years to get a Black woman's face, she said that.
There's a lot to unpack with what Lisa Rinna said. Like, first and foremost, don't gaslight the audience, please, because we weren't even talking about you.
Also, we didn't buy it when Crystal was trying to gaslight us.
What we have a problem with is what Diana said, which is racist as well as problematic. And to say the audience, or you're trying to say the Black audience, is trying to call all of y'all who call out Garcelle, who is messy sometimes and is wrong in some situations. I call her out on my show.
And we're on the show to be a little bit messy. We're on the show to have strong opinions and have conflict. And it's okay for a little bit. We wouldn't mind Diana being a little messy, but your messy always comes with the side of racism.
And she's trying to project basically that, like, Lisa Rinna is afraid to come after Garcelle because she's afraid of being seen as racist. Don't project that on the audience. And then this microaggression, which is the cherry on top of your stupid statement. Like, what do you mean? What the fuck do you mean, go watch Dubai? Like, you might as well just say, go watch Atlanta, you brown people. Oh, if y'all are so offended, go watch the Black girls on Dubai. And this isn't the first time she's shaded Dubai. Like, this is the second or third time.
Well, she's shading Dubai because she's been in her house for 30 years and married and still has a mortgage. That's pathetic. I mean, how are you, a white woman in Hollywood, and you still have a mortgage after 30 years. What is Harry Hamlin doing with your money? Because Harry Hamlin's always working somewhere. He ain't bringing none of that money home. And the truth is, you've been on Beverly Hills long enough to pay off that house.
And I just want to say, Lisa Rinna has nothing on the Dubai girls. Nothing. Like on her best day, she will never look better than Chanel Ayan. Ever. Ayan could be like finished doing CrossFit, got hit by a dump truck. She'll still look better than Lisa Rinna.
She will look up into the camera and give you dramatic face.
Right, exactly.
Lisa Rinna could go back in time to the best day of her life. And you know what Chanel Ayan is doing? Being born. You will go back to the best day in your life before you had all them fillers that gave you that scar tissue. And Chanel Ayan is just being born gorgeous. Chanel Ayan is being born with the lips you paid for. Good luck.
And speaking of that, the Dubai girls had time last night because it was 9 a.m. their time. So Chanel Ayan started it off. She said, Rinna, Africa called and they want their lips back. This is going to be a fun episode to edit, y'all. You look like a roach that's just been sprayed. You know how those roaches be like when you spray them? And they on their backs? And it is not, my friend is not a roach. I'm just saying that he's doing this. It's like a roach that got sprayed. That's all. I am not calling Alex a roach. So don't try it, haters. Anyway.
That was a really good one, roach spray. I'm gonna call that the roach spray. Oh my God.
So she said.
Wait, hold on.
Gotcha.
I'm suing my building. Hold on, we gotta go in the bathroom so we ain't gotta hear all that shit. Fortunately, I have a skylight. Why I'm in the bathroom, it's because they're doing construction, so y'all can hear us. Sorry for the towel rack and all that, but yeah, I was just like, nope.
So she continued and said, keep Dubai out your mess and your mouth. Tune in next Wednesday, 9 p.m. for a brand new episode of Real Housewives Dubai on Bravo TV. I was like, yes, queen. Yes, that is my girl. Do not fuck with the Dubai girls. So then the other Black girls wanted a piece. Then Brooks, she added her and said, why did you mention our show in your post? What did you mean by go watch Dubai? So then Lisa got in on it. She said she does not want this heat. We're not Beverly Hills. We will drag her right off that doctor's table to the desert.
And they'll drag you nice, nasty. And I love, Brooks gives K. Michelle energy. Brooks gives, baby, if you want it, you can try it. If you want it, you can try it. I will be here with you all day, all night. Tell me when to clock in. Baby, if you want to take it there, I will fly you first motherfucking class.
Look, BravoCon's going to be very interesting. I'm going to be front row when they call her ass out.
Are we going?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm going. Hopefully you can come.
Are there tickets available? What's going on?
Not yet. Probably in the fall. But Caroline, she just tweeted, still talking about Brooks, y'all. She said, I was told this is the third time Lisa Rinna mentioned our show in a shady/negative way. Keep your posts and aggression directed at the women on your show. Tread lightly, Rinna. Your words/posts are reckless and disrespectful. So yeah, I'm here for it. Like Black Girl Magic, get that. I'm trying not to call Lisa Rinna a bitch, but.
No, she's a bitch. She's a rancid, insipid bitch. Lisa Rinna's a bitch. Kellyanne Conway is a bitch. Elaine Chao is a bitch. That Betsy DeVos bitch is a bitch. I got a list of bitches. Now, you know, the audience knows I respect the fuck out of women.
Yeah,
I said what I said.
And what he said will be edited out. But yes, I'm just really glad that at least the Dubai girls are speaking up since Bravo won't. And yeah, I can't wait to see what Lisa has to say now that she was called out on her bullshit.
Bravo is doing what any smart business would do. Bravo is like, look, we're not going to legally get involved, and that way you can come back and sue us like Monique sued Netflix. Pepperidge Farm remembers. They're going to let the court of, because here's the thing, Bravo ain't saying nothing to defend them either. They ain't saying nothing. They're like, mum's the word. And that means we're letting you get hung out to dry like this towel on the towel rack. They letting her ass hang out to dry in the court of public opinion. They're like, we ain't gonna say nothing. And then Bravo is letting the public build their case where they can come to you with past tweets like Jenny Wynn. Remember that Bravo said, we ain't gonna say shit. We're going to let you hoist yourself by your own petard. So that way, when we fire you, baby, you're done. Ain't no Nene coming back. Ain't no, oh, you did this, oh, you did that. Bravo's going to be able to say, well, I'm sorry, but the public has pulled up the receipts and the reception of you just isn't well. So there's nothing we can do. Bravo is pulling a white person on white people, because you know how honkies love to do us. They won't say shit in our defense, but let everybody else come with complaints. And then, oh, well, according to public opinion, they're doing the same shit to them, and I don't mind watching.
So this story is going to be ongoing, and yeah, I can't wait to see what happens. So Erika Jayne is back in the news again.
Because she lost those earrings that she was fighting so hard for that she should have given the fuck up. Stupid bitch moves. They literally said, hey, we know your husband paid for these $1.4 million at the time, $750,000 earrings directly out of a business account. That's when you just take this, okay, here you go, and hand it over. And then it's not a story. A stupid bitch tries to hold on to the shit.
See, you're right on that point. Like, if you know it's stolen, like, why do you want to keep it? If someone gave me stolen property as a gift, I cannot keep that. I can't. So does she think her privilege like extends like above the court of law?
This is why I call her a stupid bitch. You're a bitch because you're trying to keep stealing, and you stupid because you think you can get away with it when there's loud and proud evidence to the contrary.
They trying to have her homeless, basically. Like, she's gonna have to give everything up, everything. So she better.
Here's the thing: the only thing she ain't gonna get back are the best years of her thighs. But honey, if you married for money and you waiting for that nigga to croak on his own, and you don't have best in life insurance, child, you really gambling with your money. I'm sorry, Erika should have been put that coot in the ground. The ground.
So just the article, because I mean, I think we got the point from Alex that, Erika is dumb. The judge noted during a hearing on Tuesday that the settlement funds from the trust account created for a class action handled by Girardi Keese were used to pay for the diamond earrings. The judge then added that while he didn't believe Erika was aware that the gift was bought with stolen funds, she is still obligated to return them. And that is a point blank period on that. Now, moving on to someone else who's in trouble with the law, British. We got an update on her. But before I get into that, I'm really glad that in the mid-season trailer of Basketball Wives, they finally talk about it. Finally. Basically, British Williams. I always want to say British when I say her name.
Because her name is misspelled. There's two T's, which makes it British rather than British.
British Williams reportedly asked judge to remove ankle monitor after missing out on $30K deal with Rihanna's Savage Fenty. I didn't know she was getting deals like that. I honestly did not know who British was until I watched this season of the show. I promise you. I did not know she was wearing an ankle monitor.
She has always been a secondary character, and it's actually going to play out while the show is filming. She had to miss the cast trip because of this ankle monitor.
Oh, wow. And I heard they got her in handcuffs too.
Yep.
They arrested her.
I mean, she's facing several felony charges of fraud. I mean, misusing social security numbers. It's like, I'm sorry. We all know our social. It's one thing if you get a digit off. We are all human. We could all get a digit off. It don't mean you gonna start getting millions of dollars. It usually means you ain't getting paid.
But yeah, she's just requesting the court can take off her ankle monitors so she can have funds to work. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a bad trial for her because she's gonna need some really good lawyers. She ain't Jen Shaw, let's just say that.
And even Jen Shaw's good lawyers can't get you out of something you've done where the government has prosecuted you. They win 90% of their cases. They know you did the shit.
But anyway, they say she was waiting trial on fraud charges. She has requested the judge to remove her ankle monitor because it's messing with her coin. Well, good luck to her because, how can she put herself in such a dumb situation?
And she had been doing this fraud since like 2016, 2017. So they watch you for years. They let you get away with it for the first 2 years so they can build a case.
Yep.
This is why, remember when everybody was saying, oh, y'all can get PPP loans. Y'all should apply for some shit during the pandemic. I was like, nah, we good. We good.
And all for what? Designer fashion, bags, a car, to get on Basketball Wives. You see how like Malaysia, like she's not staying in an 8,000 square foot house. Like she had to move to LA with her kids.
Wait, you mean the weekend mom? Cause you don't see kids on the weekday. You mean the weekend mom? I don't talk to my kids every day. A weekend mom. You mean her?
Yes. I cannot believe that I found out on the last episode of Basketball Wives that she moved from Atlanta, her 8,000 square foot home, to a 2-bedroom apartment where she's holding her sister, her 3 kids, and a dog, just so she can like save face on Basketball Wives LA. Like, really, girl? And then someone said in the comments that she had to do it because she may be losing that house in Atlanta. That's the tea there, but it's a legend. A legend.
Ooh, I'm gonna tell you some tea somebody told me over Pride weekend. I know this guy here, and we can leave it in case he's watching, because I never wanted to tell him, but I gotta tell him some way, somehow. So I know this guy here, his mom left him a house. Child, I was talking to him as his friend. The second he went to the bathroom, his friend told me his aunt's about to sell that house and he thinks his mama left him right out from under him and he gonna get a little piece of money and better get an apartment.
Wow.
Yeah, told me all his business, so I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that Malaysia about to lose that house. It's going around. And by the way, if you is who you know you is, if you hearing this, your friend told all your business, boo.
Well, I think you gave a lot of visceral reads this Pop Rose, and look at the time. We shall see you sooner than the Dubai girls get their heels off of Lisa Rinna's neck.
And we will see you sooner than we see Lisa Rinna's white lips.
Bye, y'all.